Hey gang, you're listening to the Nerd Blitz with Doom and Fitz. I'm the Funky Phantom.
And I'm the Funky Fitz.
Welcome to episode 16, where we've got a bunch of cool shit going down, right?
Yep, I bought myself a BMW with a bow on it.
What?
Sweet 16, bitch.
Oh! You fucking lost me hardcore, man. I was like, wait, are we recording? Or what the fuck's going on?
And did he have a stroke? So you have early onset dementia?
What was that thing we were talking about the other day where it's... Oh, nope, that's next episode. Never mind, we'll get to it then.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, or you should.
I'm sure I forgot about it by now.
That comic that made me think I was having a stroke.
Oh, yeah.
Which, that's what we're going to talk about next episode. Scooby Apocalypse 4 and 5.
Yeah, we're going to double them up. We're trying to get done with this shit. I'll have a 6-issue set on eBay shortly after our... shortly after our last episode of it, if anyone's interested.
Are we going to sign those, or?
I'll wipe my ass with it.
I mean, I couldn't even do that with Arabian Nights, man. It says Scooby on it. I've got to show it a little bit of love.
Yeah, okay.
Even fucking Get a Clue. You got to give it a little love. It says Scooby.
Okay.
You know?
Sure.
Well, I mean, it's just like you said, whether you like it or not, all the fucking Star Wars movies or all visual Star Wars is part of your canon.
That's true.
You can't help it. It's the same for me, although I wouldn't consider either of those canon. It's just I got to show them a little bit of love, even though I like to whip.
I don't know. Scooby Apocalypse is in Elseworlds at best.
Totally, but we come back to the same problem. It's got Scooby on the title.
And it's mostly at worst.
Yes. But we'll get to that next time.
Yeah. But this week, we're going to try to do a bunch of listener questions while we play Battleship.
Yes. Which I've been pushing for that for a long time.
It's such an odd choice. Like,
I know, isn't it? That's why I think it's such a great idea, because who else is fucking playing Battleship while they record a podcast and answer listener questions?
Can we juggle and ride a unicycle while we podcast?
While we get blown?
We're going to play Battleship while making brownies in an easy bake oven.
But before we get into all of that, we've got our usual segment that everybody loves, but then we've got somebody over here has got another revelation to make.
Yeah, I made the mistake of telling him I had something else that I forgot to talk about during... Actually, you know what? Now I want to push off my revelation to reveal something else about the wrestling thing that I just remembered just now. I guess I could do both.
If they're quick, yeah.
Okay.
You want to do that or get to the joke?
Why don't I do the wrestling one first, and then we'll do the other revelation after the joke.
Okay, let's hop to it.
So I just remembered, and I don't think I talked about this. Did I talk about a screenplay?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Do I need to start fucking coming up with theme songs for your revelations?
No. Well, so
okay.
after I made my own fed, that I called Big Time Wrestling Alliance, and it was Dan Biggs was the president.
For full details, go listen to episode 10. Continue.
I went through a phase in like the mid-2000s where I really wanted to write movies. I wanted to write some screenplays, like spec scripts, you know?
Yeah.
And I had several that were percolating, and one of them was a movie about the Big Time Wrestling Alliance, where it would be kind of a, I mean, not quite like Dodgeball or like a Will Ferrell type movie. Yeah, but it would be Dan Biggs would be played by John Panette, just like or a John Panette-ish person, because he was younger than John Panette.
Yeah.
Basically, he would be like, and some of it I would later see pieces of in like the 40-Year-Old Virgin. So that would have never worked anyway, because fucking Judd Apatow had his own shit going too.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was the same, like stereotypical nerdy loser.
So, Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, but the thing is, he lived with his mom, and his dad left them. His dad was a professional wrestler, and he left them, or they got divorced when he was a kid, and never had anything to do with him. So his dad dies, and he inherits his dad's wrestling federation, and it's some shithole dump somewhere, and he has to or he has the opportunity to go there and take it over or sell it.
Okay.
Or sell it,
Yeah.
So of course he's all pissed off at his dad because he never had anything to do with him. So but he goes there because he wants to see what's there, and he's got somebody that wants to buy it.
Yeah.
And so he goes there and he meets with his dad's business partner, who would have been Terry Hook, Captain Hook.
Yeah.
My other character.
Yeah.
So he would have been literally like the drunken Bobby Heenan type character.
Yeah.
Just a total, like, kind of degenerate dickhead. And I don't know, that's kind of where it kind of fell apart, because I didn't really have a whole lot going on in the middle. But at some point he would
take over the world?
No, possibly like maybe one of the female wrestlers he gets in a relationship with, or some awkward fucking like China man woman who likes him. Kind of a she likes him for who he is, not what he looks like, and he does the same for her. And
yeah.
And he gets to like the people and like but he's still gonna sell or I don't know, something happens and he's still gonna sell the place off because he's still all mad about his daddy never returned any of his letters or never wrote to him or gave him cards when he was younger or whatever. And then the whole I guess the final turning point into Act 3 would have been Terry Hook giving him a big long ration of shit about wanting to sell the place and his dad and all that stuff, and he goes to the safe and gets a fucking shoebox full of returned letters and drops it on his desk. Yeah.
I was expecting that.
And it turns out that it was his mom that intercepted all those letters and sent them back.
Okay, I didn't see that coming, but...
Yeah.
Okay. And did you ever start writing, or you just had the outline?
Yeah, I just had the outline mostly.
Oh, boy. Okay, then.
Wow. That was less fun and more painful than the first one.
Now you know how I feel when Joke Corner happens.
Oh, man. That was brutal. Now you know why I never finished it.
Yeah, no shit. That does sound, from what I remember, a lot like Ready to Rumble, though.
Does it? I never even seen that.
Yeah.
I never even saw that movie.
I'm surprised you didn't.
Is that the one with David Arquette?
Yeah, the David Arquette WCW movie.
Yeah, they looked dumb.
It was.
And I hated when he showed up in the WCW to do like a cross promotion.
And won the fucking title?
Yeah, that was bullshit.
Oh, man, they were fucking sucking their own dicks back then so hard.
Yeah. So anyway, let's bring the show back up and let's do a joke corner so it can crash again.
You don't want to tell us your other fucking thing yet?
No, let's do the joke first, then we'll do the other thing.
Okay. Cue the theme song! Doom's Joke Corner. Okay. So a man's having sex with a really fat chick. He climbs on top of her and he asks, "Hey, can I turn the ceiling light off?" And she goes, "Why? Are you feeling a bit shy, baby?" And he says, "No, it's kind of burning my ass." Oh, fuck off!
When she sits around the house, she sits around the house.
Well, that's just cruel. Well, that went nowhere.
Neither did his cock.
Oh, boy. So what are we doing now? I've noticed lately this segment just kind of goes... But at least I still have the balls to keep doing it.
Yeah. Yep. It's a beloved segment. You can't give it up now.
Oh, is it though? I haven't heard much love for it lately.
No? Oh.
No.
Well, your phone's been fucked up. You haven't been getting everything, I don't think. Maybe you've been missing some. Maybe some things have been dropped off.
Maybe
some tweets have been dropped.
I don't know, but since I did get the new phone, like, I see groupies follow Fridays again.
Yay.
I don't have to fucking search through, because I don't mean this to sound like assholic or anything, but I know she's gonna do it because she's just that fucking cool, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mean to be like, well, I expect it because I am Doom. No. It's just I know she's gonna do it because she's just fucking awesome, groupie is.
Right. Well, yeah, Follow Friday is kind of her thing.
Yeah, but I mean, I know that she's gonna give me like a specific one with a link to the camping trip or this.
Oh, okay.
So do you want to give your other revelation or just get into the questions in the game?
I'll go ahead and give it so you could stop pestering me about it.
Yes, because I want to know what it is. God damn it.
So after we talked about the eFed thing, I also remembered that not long after the wrestling stuff went away, I replaced it with a new
obsession,
creepy, weird kind of activity.
Obsession?
Yeah.
Obsession?
That wasn't
Obsession?
an obsession. No, it wasn't an obsession, but for a while I participated in a Star Trek play-by-email game.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Which, if you don't know what those were...
I've never heard of it, but Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
It's basically you are an officer on a Star Trek ship, and you have to...
Oh, goddamn.
write basically log entries. Journal, like not journal, but you play out these little short stories, and they're your journal entries for the week. Shit that's going on and interactions with other crew members, and you could coordinate with other players and do joint posts where you each write your part of the conversations. And
yes.
And as the name implies, you do it all through email.
Oh my God.
There would be a group email set up so everybody would see, and you had to...
when you first said it, I thought it was like snail mail, because that's even worse. Because you're checking the mail like a little kid every day. Did Ensign Billy Bob fucking reply?
No, my character's name was Jeffrey Randall. Not sure where the Jeffrey came from, but the Randall was from Randall Graves.
Yeah.
And he was a science officer.
Yes.
And... let's see. He was stationed on the USS Hyperion. The ships were all like, I forget what the group's name was. They were just like with the Fed.
Yeah.
You were a part of a Fed. There could be other sub-Feds related to it or whatever. There were other ships that were part of the same
fleet.
Yeah, I guess so. So then you'd have your command structure that there were like the people higher up in the game or in control of the storylines and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
How long did this last?
I don't know, a year maybe.
Oh my God.
I had my character ended up marrying Kellen Greywolf Knight was her name. She was a Native American medical officer.
Oh, good Lord, yes.
And then when that ship went away, one of the other guys started his own ship, and it was like 30 years in the future or 20 years in the future from where that ship was. So I jumped over and played on his ship for a while too. And we had this whole backstory of my wife had been killed in a shuttle accident, or she was lost. She ended up being some kind of a diplomat, and then there was some shuttle accident where she may or may not have been killed, but she was gone. But there was a strong possibility that she was just lost, like in a transporter accident, kind of. But she was out there somewhere.
Yeah.
But then his game got to be too militaristic, so it wasn't very much fun. It was mostly fucking like infantry. It was almost like we were fucking Space Marines or something. It wasn't very fun.
Oh boy. And you knew your wife at this time.
Oh yeah.
Were you married?
No, not yet.
And she's still married you. God damn.
She did.
Did she know about this one?
Yeah, I think so.
Where did you find her? Because I want to find one. Oh boy, that's a thing that happened.
Yeah, she tolerates it. She's not exactly encouraging or interested at all, but she doesn't disown me for it, I guess.
She lets you sleep next to her at night is the bottom line, right?
Most of the time.
You come crawling in, she's like, poor-kneed freak, there's the couch.
Don't you have some emails to send?
Isn't Spock waiting for you?
That was a long time ago.
Yeah. Oh, boy. I don't have nothing to add to that, man.
You don't?
No, that one seems almost worse, though. It's like, I don't know which fucking direction to go. Because it's just like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. And then I started to make my own ship. It was the USS Miranda.
Oh my God.
It was a Reliant class. It was a Miranda class. No, it was the U.S. Was it the Miranda?
I don't know what that means, but what the fuck?
Yeah, I think it was. And I had this whole, I had planned out this whole campaign, so if I had ever got it off the ground, it would start with my guy and let's see, what was the captain's name? Something Spanish. I don't remember what it was. And it would have been to where at some point during that first year or whatever that we were playing, that the captain would have been killed in action. And somebody would have had to take over, and then almost like a Star Trek Voyager, where not that severe, but we would have been far enough away from any bases that it would have been a struggle to get back home.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had the campaign kind of mapped out the way I wanted it to go, but nothing ever came of it.
Oh boy. I just don't know, man. Like I said, I did some wacky shit when I was younger, but not like this.
Since I didn't necessarily want to get too deep in with other players, and since it didn't really get off the ground,
yeah,
I considered briefly just doing it like almost like a blog or something.
I was gonna say, like, basically writing your own, like, Star Trek
but
novel?
like in almost like a blog fashion. Like, here's what happened today.
Yeah, like, don't go down there or something. But keeping up on it better than I do. See, that sounds normal to me.
Really? That sounds more normal? I guess it is. I don't know.
Yeah, writing a story, not just... I mean, coming from the dude that's, like, a few weeks away from playing Dungeons & Dragons with two dudes that are 10 years plus older than him, I don't want this to sound too harsh, but fucking just sitting around at the computer like, guys, this week...
Well, it wasn't quite like that. It wasn't like the end of Doogie Howser. We were basically writing scripts. Each person had their own bits to write. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we weren't doing it necessarily in journal format, like Dear Diary.
Dear Diary, this week Jeffrey Randall went aboard.
Dear Diary, the Klingons near my anus.
Their ridgy heads feel weird when they rub up against your testicles.
Okay, so to do something more normal, are you ready to fucking play Battleship over the phone?
Yes, I am. Who goes first? And while you figure that out, I'll pull up the first question.
Oh, you go first.
Okay. Well, while I make my first pick, here's the first question for you.
Okay.
In this world of ridiculous reboots, is there something you'd like to see redone or reimagined, and in what form of media? That comes from @CornyJenkins. This is one of the questions he sent in for episode 10.
Okay.
Do you need me to repeat that?
Yeah, say it one more time.
Okay, before I do, C9.
That's a miss, sir.
Fuck. Okay. In this world of ridiculous reboots, is there something you would like to see redone or reimagined? And in what form of media?
How about Robotech?
Robotech? Is that one of those animes you
Yeah, but it was Americanized. So it's kind of like Speed Racer, where it's like, feels like an American show, but it's really not.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I would go with that. I would go with Robotech. Or, yeah, I think Robotech would be cool. Because I think they could do, and what kind of media, because it has been like revisited, I think, in comic books and stuff.
Yeah.
I think another, well, if I wasn't afraid that they would fuck it up completely, I would say live action would be cool. I mean, the way they do Netflix shows now and everything, or even like an HBO show.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking dope, because it could get pretty, it could almost be like an R-rated thing. Like, the original source material for it was R-rated, like basically R-rated, although they don't rate their cartoons over there. But there was some nudity and lots of bloody violence. But they cut all that shit out for when they made it for, well, not just for us, but they made it for kids. Like, over in Japan, it's like everybody watches that shit. So it's like, adults watch it just as much as kids do. So they make that shit for adults. So this was one that was kind of for adults, but an American company bought the rights and was like, we can make this, we could sell this to kids. Just cut out some of the titties and, gloss over people actually getting killed, and we can market this to kids.
Yeah, we don't need to see heads explode.
don't mind the fact that it's a fucking grim story.
Well, I ain't quite sure what the hell's going on. One of them boys done fucked up. So bear with us, 'cause we's experiencing some technical difficulties. Give it just a minute, they'll get their shit figured out, I promise you. Hey, dumbass me forgot to plug his computer in, so we got cut off for a second.
God damn it. I was on a fucking roll.
I know, he said awesome shit too, and it's lost.
Well, maybe. It's not lost on my end. I could just keep it in without you saying anything in response.
Yeah, because it was just me going like, oh shit, fuck, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
But you were talking about Robotech.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they could do it as a live action show, and it could be pretty violent, pretty adult, militaristic kind of drama,
Yeah.
And it could have, it's got romance and fucking fighting and giant robots and fucking aliens and...
Give me a Battleship pick real quick. I don't mean to cut you off again, but we need to get this rolling.
God damn it. F5.
Who are you, Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
That would be a miss too. Continue.
Fuck me. Hold on. What did I say? F5?
Yeah. Them little pieces are murder on your fingers, aren't they?
Yeah, this travel battleship sucks.
I know.
But yeah, they could...
Militaristic.
Yeah, it could be... It's very militaristic, and like the underlying theme of it is overcoming war with love, basically. So you could have like all kinds of like hardcore sex fucking. And
yeah.
like, I mean, it could be like a Game of Thrones, like a sci-fi Game of Thrones.
That sounded so weird. Hardcore sex fucking? Like you've never fucking seen a pussy.
And one of the dudes like does impregnate one of the alien women, and they have a baby, so they could, that could be like a whole
the product of some hardcore sex fucking.
That could be like a really hardcore, like hot sex scene.
Oh goddamn, yeah.
But yeah, I think that would be cool, and I'd like to see like, and not like some fucking Michael Bay Transformers shit either.
Yeah.
I was all excited about that when it first happened too, until I fucking saw it, and I was like, what a fucking crock of shit. You could have done so much better than this.
I wasn't a huge fan of Transformers, the cartoons or the comics or any of that shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, I liked the first movie. It's probably the best one of all of them, but damn, it's not great.
No, and it just keeps going. How the fuck does this guy...
know.
How do they keep going? I don't get it.
Because people like it, for some reason. I mean, even after the second one, where they've got fucking robots, riding around like, yo, man, how y'all doing up in this bitch? And it was, like, wow, that's what we're doing now?
Right. Like,
and yeah. It was like...
Robot blackface?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fucked up.
It was like, holy shit.
I mean, I guess the same can be said for like Fast and Furious. How the fuck can they have like 8 goddamn movies of that?
Yeah, those are... Ugh.
But anyway, yeah.
Anywho.
I would vote for Robotech. And it's like an epic story, so it's...
Yeah.
It could go on indefinitely, really. If they wanted to do it like an HBO series, you could easily get 6 seasons out of that, 7 seasons probably.
Damn.
Yeah, because there's actually 3 sections to it. I mean, it time jumps even. There's because the way they did it, they bought the rights to 3 Japanese shows, and they fucking cut them together into one long kind of saga.
Series?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's like, I don't know, 21 episodes in the first series, and then like, I don't know, 15 or so in the other 2.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then it's different. It's different. Each series is a little bit different flavor.
Yeah.
Because they weren't the same show, but they cut them together to be the same show.
Yeah.
So even the animation's not quite the same, but it's close enough that they can get by with it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think that'd be pretty fucking dope. And it would be easier. It would be easier to pull off than say like Gotcha Man, which is they did do a live action of that.
I guess
a
that's
few years
another
ago.
anime.
Yeah, a few years.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of Battle of the Planets?
Nope.
Or G-Force?
I heard of the Disney movie G-Force.
Not that fucking G-Force with this fucking gerbils.
Hamsters?
Hamsters or whatever the fuck they were. No, not that. Science Ninja Team Gotcha Man.
I don't know jack shit about anime, dude.
They're science ninjas, dude.
Yeah.
They're dressed like birds.
You just said it.
And they dress like birds. They're fucking awesome.
but I don't know jack shit about anime. You can throw out all the fucking anime you want.
I know.
I'm still gonna be like, oh, what the
I'm
fuck you talking
educating
about?
you. I'm educating you.
I know. Yeah, but you're asking me like I'm supposed to know. Fuck.
But Robotech would be way easier to pull off than that, or make it more, without it being hokey or silly. Because they did make a live-action Gotcha Man in Japan a few years ago.
Yeah.
And I saw the trailer, and it's like, oh, yeah, no.
Never mind.
Never mind with that. But the Robotech one, they could definitely make live-action work.
Yeah. G4.
G-Force.
No, Battleship. G4.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, hold on. G4. That's a miss.
Fuck. Okay, is that the entirety of your answer?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, for my answer, like, I've been struggling with this question since he sent it, and I've really got nothing great. The only thing I could really say would, and I mean, they're sort of doing it in a few different ways now, but do you remember Archie's Weird Mysteries?
Nope.
Oh, well, you're not an Archie fan, are you?
Nope.
Well, that was a good cartoon from like 10, 15 years ago, and it was...
It was a cartoon?
Yeah, Archie's Weird Mysteries.
And it was Archie, Riverdale Archie?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It was one of those, do you remember, it was a shitty, I think, Canadian animation company, Deke?
Yeah, Deke. I know Deke.
Yeah.
Sucks Deke. Deke sucks Deke.
Yeah, it does. They did it, and I was never really happy with that cartoon for many reasons, because, like, the animation was a little weird, like most of their shit.
Yeah.
They were like the modern-day Hanna-Barbera without the charm.
Yeah, I remember that was, I remember seeing the DIC at the end of a lot of cartoons.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was Dick. I
Yeah.
always called it Dick. It wasn't until recently, actually, that I heard somebody call it Deke.
Well, I mean, at the end of some of the cartoons, they would have, like, a little kid voice going, Deke!
Oh, did they? I don't remember that.
Because I guess a lot of people were like,
they must have added that later.
What you watching them Dick cartoons for?
Yeah, stop watching them Dick cartoons. No, I heard it as Deke the other day because I listened to another podcast with some comedians, and one of them used to work for Deke.
Okay.
She did character designs and stuff for that old Trolls cartoon.
Oh, okay. Well, I think they're the fuckers who did Archie's Weird Mysteries, and I had a lot of problems with that show because it was like, the animation's it's on the cheap side, and the voices. Archie's one of those things, it's like Calvin and Hobbes. You never want to see a Calvin and Hobbes show because the voices, they'll never be like you expect. Yeah.
B3.
B3?
Mm-hmm.
That's a miss.
Fuck.
Yeah, they would ruin it, and there's like, well, I don't want to see that, so fuck that. But they're sort of doing Archie's Weird Mysteries type shit now with the horror Archie book, and then this new upcoming show, Riverdale.
Yeah.
But that's more like the new Archie style, Riverdale, which I'm not a big fan of this new Archie style. I know people love it, but
what do you mean?
I just don't like.
What's the new Archie style?
They've got a totally new look. The old Archie look, it's gone.
Oh, it's all modern and updated.
Yeah, and
they all look like Justin Bieber douchebags.
Pretty much, yeah. And occasionally, like the new Archie Meets the Ramones book that's getting ready to come out or just came out.
Archie Meets the Ramones.
That one, it's got the old style, and it's like, okay, cool, but I just can't get behind this art now. It's too. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Archie looked fine for 73 years. Why do we have to change it now?
Archie's been around for 73 years?
Well, 75 this year, but the new look shit's been going for like a year or two.
God damn. I think Green Arrow turned 75 this year too.
Yeah. And didn't Wonder Woman, or was that last year?
I'm not sure. It might be next year.
I don't know.
For some reason I was thinking it was when the Wonder Woman movie comes out is when it's...
It really could be. I don't know. I've just been seeing the Wonder Woman 75 shit a lot.
Yeah, I know Batman was just like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and Superman was a couple years before that, right? Or no. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would go with like Archie's Weird Mysteries. I would say bring that back as a comic, or even like a cool novel, short novel series. I think that would be fun. Mm-hmm. Because that way you don't have to deal with art. You just read it and you can imagine what the fuck you want.
Yeah.
A3.
Miss.
Fuck. Okay, so our next question, again from @CornyJenkins. I want to get his 2 questions from episode 10 out of the way, so we're not sitting on them anymore, because they were supposed to be done a long time ago, you know?
Okay, yep.
And this tells you how long ago it was. He said, in the spirit of last episode's glorious Indiana Jones talk...
Jesus, what fucking episode was that? Fucking 2?
No, I think it was like episode 6 or 7.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, episode 6, yeah.
Yeah, it was probably It's Got a Nice Shape to It, that episode.
Right.
What would the plot for your Indiana Jones movie be? And would it be young, middle-aged, or old Indy?
Ooh.
Well, since you're struggling with it a bit, I've got a few answers for this.
Okay, well, I'm gonna shoot at you. Hold on.
Okay.
G1.
G1, that is a miss.
Damn.
J7.
Miss.
Fuck.
Our gunners fucking suck, man.
No shit.
Fucking cross-eyed bastards.
If they wanted to do like a reboot, the perfect way to do that would be The Fountain of Youth. Harrison Ford, he's getting old. Indiana Jones is getting old. He's having a hard time fucking doing the work he knows he needs to do because who the fuck else is going to do it now?
Mm-hmm.
So he goes in search of the Fountain of Youth so he can continue working and help preserve all these cool old antiquities and shit. So that would be the plot. He goes, he finds it, he takes a dip in the waters like fucking Ra's al Ghul. He comes out, boom, you can recast him. Which I'm not a big fan of recasting, but they're going to do it eventually.
Right.
So that would be one. My other idea is an idea that's been around for a lot of years, and I'm pretty sure George almost did it once. Indy goes in search of Atlantis.
Okay.
That way, for the first time in Indiana Jones, you can have like some real underwater action and shit.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of fun. Don't do it lame like they did in that one James Bond movie.
They did Atlantis at a James Bond movie?
No, they did like underwater action in a James Bond movie that was like...
Oh, they've done that several times.
Yeah, well, don't do that. But like maybe he goes underwater, he finds an underwater cave, so, you know, there's this dank, wet cave that he's traveling through, and somehow he triggers some puzzles, kind of like that place in Indy 4 where that rock was moving back and forth to get in there to the conquistadors' graves.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some puzzles sort of like that he's got to face, and it raises Atlantis up, but then it's kind of like, again, like Indy 4, which I guess it sounded too much like Indy 4. But
yeah, I was going to say, would it be,
somehow fucking go in search of Atlantis, damn it. Or maybe it could be like Land of the Lost, because I was just talking about that yesterday with Dave, so that's on my brain.
Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to love that show.
So did he.
Slee stacks are scary as shit.
Rimps. But something like that, or like that one Indiana Jones novel, The Interior World, where he kind of goes into this otherworldly place and finds Atlantis. It's this hidden society, could be a sort of Shangri-La type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the perfect society. It's the way society should be. It's peaceful and shit, but for some reason it got destroyed or well, you know, wiped off of our map somehow.
Yeah.
I think that would be kind of cool. But how would you do Indiana Jones?
Man, that's a tough one.
I know.
I really like your Fountain of Youth idea, actually.
Really?
Yeah, you could have, because you're right, they're gonna fucking recast him eventually.
Yeah, they're gonna have to, and you know they don't want to wait until he dies to do it.
Yeah, well, they say they're not, that they'll never be, but you know that they'll eventually fucking make more Indiana Jones movies without Harrison Ford.
Well, I mean, even if it's like 20 years after he dies, they're going to want to reboot it somehow. Because, I mean, there's talk that what they want to do with Indiana Jones is like develop an Indiana Jones universe like there is with Star Wars, where you've got novels and comics and movies and maybe even TV shows. So they're going to have to do something.
Speaking of which, did you see, maybe I'll have to send the link to you, but I just saw it was a fan-made trailer of an Indiana Jones cartoon.
I think Ross sent me that. Or maybe it was you. Somebody sent it to me. One of you.
I think maybe I did send it to you. I think it was.
And I didn't get to watch it. No, it was comicbook.com, so it probably was you. And I didn't get to watch it.
It was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. I've heard about that a time or two.
Yeah.
Somebody's been working on it for a few years, and it's like, well, that's cool.
The article said it took 5 years to make this fucking 2-minute.
Yeah, no shit.
But yeah, I like that Fountain of Youth. And I wouldn't wait 20 years after he dies, because I think the magic part of that idea would be the whole movie is Harrison Ford's movie.
Yeah. That's
until
what I mean.
Until the end, and he goes into the light, or he goes into the water, or whatever the fuck, and what comes out is the new actor. And it would be awesome if they could keep the actor's identity under wraps the whole time.
Yeah, that
to
would
where
be cool.
To where the reveal at the end is like, here's what he looks like, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. But what I was saying is, they're going to have to recast it eventually because it might be 20 years after he dies that they'll be like, fuck it, let's remake Raiders.
Yeah,
fuck
we need
that.
some. Yeah,
just do it now if you're going to do it. Do it in like Indiana Jones 6 because they say they want to do more than one movie. So let Harrison get his 5th movie, get that out of the way, then give him his 6th movie and recast it that way.
Yeah, and the fucking Mutt Jones angle just didn't work. So
yeah, so it's just we can ignore that, and Indy just wants to continue protecting the items of the globe. We can ignore the young Indy ending where he dies at like 94 talking to the camera.
Mm-hmm.
We can ignore that too, and just Indiana Jones wants to continue protecting the world's antiquities.
Or even he doesn't even if it's an accident.
Oh yeah, whatever.
You know, like he's sent to look for it. Maybe he's not, because it seems out of character that he would be like, oh, I've got to live forever so that I can. True. But maybe he's sent to find it, or and finds that instead.
Yeah,
and then ends up falling in it, or
that's what I was gonna say. It could be interesting too to like he's fighting with somebody at the edge of the pool. They punch him. He goes flying in, and he comes out as like one of the main people that they were really pushing. He comes out as Bradley Cooper.
Yeah,
I think that would work.
Or I mean, they could both fall in, the guy he's fighting, and and they're both.
Well,
and maybe that's what would happen is. He's fighting, he's 70 years old and he's fighting a fucking 20 or 30-year-old, and they fall in and they come out, he's 30 and the 30-year-old is like a 5-year-old.
Yeah, or like you could have the dude.
That's how he beats the bad guy.
Punch him. Yeah. Or you could have like the dude punch him. He thinks, I took care of Jones. He turns around, Bradley Cooper comes out, and like that scene where the dude was waving the sword at him and he just shoots him. Mm-hmm. Indy just pops up and fucking shoots him.
Yeah.
That could be pretty badass, too.
Yeah.
So that's our pitch, I guess?
Maybe. At least the pitch for the ending of the movie.
Yeah, so that's how we would do it. At Corny Jenkins. Do you want to take another shot?
Let's see. D8.
Okay, D8. That's a miss.
Alrighty.
Okay, what is it? 6.
Miss.
Fuck me. Okay, this one comes from @MadeForMischief. She says, did you guys have good chemistry from the start? Were there awkward first date times?
Yeah, I think we talked about the awkward first date times when we talked about going to see The Force Awakens and doing that first little experimental pod.
Yeah. Episode 20 of Just Jump to the End.
Yeah, otherwise I don't feel like when we started this, I don't feel like it was that awkward.
Yeah, it felt like it all kind of clicked real quick.
Yeah.
And, I mean, people have wondered, like, and I think, that kind of comes from, we talked so much before that.
Yeah, I think talking in text made it a lot easier. It was a little awkward like the first couple times, but it was more because it's awkward talking to someone who's not there.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at a wall and trying to have a conversation with thin air.
Yeah. But I mean, I think like those typecasts, because we did 10 of those before we even recorded that episode when we went and saw episode 7.
Right. Damn, we did 10 of those before we even went to see the movie?
Yeah, I think so. It might have been 9, but I'm pretty sure. Let's see.
Wow. Oh, that's right. I forgot we did all of those arcs, the comic book arcs.
Well, it's not just that. We only did 2 arcs of the comic for the typecast. We did 2 arcs. Well, 1 issue, an arc. We talked about that 1 episode of Clone Wars. And then basically we traced your history with Star Wars for the most part.
Yeah.
Which that was fucking interesting as hell to me.
I'm a very interesting person.
Okay, you go with that. But I mean, we'll find out because I haven't heard the final edit of it yet. But I think the same can be said with the pod I recorded with Dave yesterday. Because I've talked to his wife for years now. Maybe longer than I've been talking to you, because I've been talking to you for like 2 years now, and it's been right around the same time, if not a little bit longer, that I've been talking to her through Twitter and shit. And then like the last year or so, I've been talking to him too. So like I'm really familiar with like him and his world, close to how I'm familiar with your world and shit. So it'll be interesting to see if the pod I recorded with him sounds as smooth too. Because that was the first time I ever talked to the dude. It's the first time I've like ever heard his voice and said something to him and he said something back. Cause like, I think I made this joke while we were recording, but I've listened to his pod and it's like, I talk and he never fucking answers. He's a dick like that. So yeah, I think like the talking through text has really helped be able to talk with somebody like that for both you and him. So there's not really been a lot of awkward first date times or shit. And I mean, I guess the chemistry, that depends on the audience, I think.
Yeah. I think any awkwardness or, to me, any awkwardness or difficulty with the conversations has always been technical.
Yeah. Like we just had, because that was awkward as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I-6.
I-25. That's a miss.
Fuck.
Let's go with F2.
Miss.
Fuck. Okay.
C1.
C1 what?
Hopefully a ship on fire.
Nope. That's a miss.
Did you even put your ships on the board?
I was about to ask you the same fucking thing.
Are you like my sister and you don't even put your fucking ships on the thing?
You got a board full and it's like, okay, bitch, I know what happened. Again, at Made for Mischief, what's the best thing about potting together? C4. Let's hope that's an explosion.
Miss.
Fuck balls. So what's the best thing about potting together?
All the groupies.
Well, that goes to answer another question of hers that I'll ask you.
Oh.
She says, have you guys got any fucking podcasting pussy yet?
Does my own hand count? Because I guess that would...
Same answer.
Because that thing's fucking throwing itself at me.
You look at your hand, you're like, I just recorded a podcast.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
To answer that question, fuck no.
No.
But
the best thing about potting together,
I've got like 3 answers for this.
Really?
Yeah. I know it's like the best thing, but it's like they're all fighting for number 1.
For me, I think it's probably, it gives me a break from my actual world. And I could fucking just come downstairs and be alone and talk about stupid shit.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about anything for a couple hours.
Yeah. Well, one of my answers is like, it gives you something to fucking look forward to.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you fucking get just shitty news all week and it's like, well, Saturday at 7, we're gonna record Nerd Blitz.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big fucking plus.
Right.
One of the other things, I've beat this drum a million times. I'll keep beating it. I just love fucking entertaining, man.
You will keep beating it for sure.
Yeah, I know. Especially with the fucking voices I do. It's like, hey there, you want to have sex with me? I'm like, we should have the sex stuff. We should have some hardcore sex fucking.
Oh, God.
But yeah, and then like the other one, I always talk about this. I do. It's just, I love fucking entertaining people, you know?
Yeah.
I've said it in a few posts on the site. It's like, every once in a while somebody will be like, man, I was having a rough day, but I, watched one of your videos, or I read a post on your site, and it was like, man, that's cool, and it really helped. And it's like, that shit is fucking rocket fuel, you know?
Yeah.
It's whenever you get a little down, it's like, well, fuck it. There's people out there that, I'm helping them. Did you ever see that quote from Robin Williams? I don't mean to bring shit down for a minute, but it's a true fucking piece of business. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hello? There it is. It says, and I think this is fucking 100% true. I think the saddest people always try their hardest to make people happy. They know what it's like to feel absolutely worthless, and they don't want anybody to feel like that. That's a big part of it, too,
Yeah.
And I think I had another answer, but it just kind of, poof, went away.
G7.
That was a G?
G as in girl.
That's a miss. G as in girl. Like I'm retarded. Okay, let me pull up another question right quick. Okay, here's one from @SteveBoost. What 70s/80s sci-fi or fantasy film would you reboot? What, if anything, would you change, and who would you cast?
Flash Gordon.
Flash Gordon, okay. What would you change? Who would you cast?
I
ate.
Shit.
Oh, did I get first blood?
No, I was saying you ate shit. That was a miss.
Oh, fuck. Damn, I got excited. That was I ate. Fuck me.
Who would I cast? I don't know. Let's see. What would I change? I don't know. That original Flash Gordon movie was so fucking good. It was so campy and good.
You don't have to change jack shit. Just cast it. Okay, I'll give you my answer real quick, okay?
Okay.
Star Wars, cast Alden Ehrenreich as Han Solo.
Go fuck yourself. You're so full of shit.
I don't really have an answer for that because I'm not like, it's not that I hate it or anything, but I don't know a lot of 80s or 70s or 80s sci-fi.
Man, who would I cast? I don't fucking know. I don't know that many current actors, I guess.
Yeah.
Like younger actors.
Yeah. Well, here, there's 3 names you can put up for everything because anytime somebody talks about fucking rebooting something, these 3 people come up. You got Bradley Cooper, Chris Pratt, or fucking Michael B. Jordan. Apparently, they're the only ones working in Hollywood. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean Chris Pratt would probably be pretty good
if he
wasn't already in everything else.
Ugh.
Like if he wasn't already Star-Lord and he wasn't already fucking,
Jurassic Park.
Yeah. God damn, why can't I think of anybody?
There's a part of me that would also like to throw out another joke answer.
What's that?
And say, like, redo Terminator and throw, like, John Cena in it just to piss people off.
Oh, Jesus. John Cena. Maybe that's not a very good answer. Maybe I should think of a different thing to reboot. What else would I reboot?
Well, I mean, if you don't know anybody to cast it in it, you're going to have the same fucking problem.
Well, that's true.
So, I mean, just stick with Flash Gordon and say, fuck, I don't know, Marky Mark.
Oh, you know what else they could reboot? They could reboot The Last Starfighter.
Okay.
And cast a girl.
That's not clicking with me. What the fuck is that?
The Last Starfighter?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard of it, but it's not clicking.
It was a pretty cool conceit. It was this kid living in a trailer park. His parents managed the trailer park, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, he wasn't a kid. I guess he was like his late teens, probably like 18, 19, probably.
So a kid.
Yeah, a kid. I mean, when you're fucking like 10, he seemed like a middle-aged man.
Yeah.
But
which, I mean, if it was 70s and 80s, he was probably in his 40s playing 18.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he was definitely in his mid-20s playing 18.
Yeah.
At least. But he's always playing this video game called The Last Starfighter.
Oh, okay,
It's called The Last Starfighter.
Yeah.
Anyway, what he didn't know was it's really like a fucking alien training or
sort of like that episode
screening
of the Clerks
device
cartoon, right? But
oh,
like
probably
with aliens?
that's probably that's probably what they based it on.
Yeah.
Or a parody of.
Yeah.
But anyway, he finally breaks the high score or something on it, and that like alerts this alien Starfleet.
Yeah.
That hey, there's a gifted, possibly gifted starfighter pilot on Earth. So they come to get him, but another evil alien assassin comes to kill him, and the good guys get to him first. And they take him back, and he's normally he would like go into their academy and be trained and everything, but there's like a surprise attack from this other alien fleet, and like the whole fucking Starfleet is destroyed. All the ships are destroyed. Like there's only one fucking starship left, one fighter left.
Yeah. And
one person that could co-pilot it. And they have to convince this kid that he's the last starfighter, and he has to take this ship as a prototype ship and take on this alien armada.
Yeah.
And so it's pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, I could get in on that.
Yeah, but I could see them doing like a modern reboot with a young girl
Jennifer
as
Lawrence.
the lead. No, not Jennifer Lawrence. I can't fucking stand her.
Emma Watson.
Yes.
I was going to say, don't you say a bad fucking word, because I will leap through this phone and rip your throat out.
No, I may have to pause the tape and go jerk off now.
Hey, that's my woman you're talking about.
Well, I fucking defiled her.
Yeah, well, I got a signed picture from her, so suck it, bitch.
Well, obviously you're going to get married then.
Yep. And we're going to have like 12 kids, and their names are all going to be Star Wars characters.
It's okay, I'll be her backdoor man.
What, like buttfucker?
No. You don't know what a backdoor man is?
Yes, I was trying to make a filthy joke there.
Oh, okay.
Good God.
Well, I figured that's what it was, but at the same time I was like, maybe he doesn't know the reference to backdoor man.
Oh, boy. Yeah, that would be awesome, though.
That would be fucking pretty good.
I would cast Emma Watson in anything, including my bed. Yeah, I'm not that up on 70s and 80s sci-fi or fantasy to really tell you. So, sorry, Mr. Steve. He's got 2 more questions. hopefully we can get to the other one. But here's a fucking goofy question he sent that I gave him a little shit for, but it's one of those fucked up questions like that kid asked Kevin on Evening with Two. He's like, if you could be half man, half sausage, which way around would you have it and why?
Half man, half what?
Half sausage.
Oh, half sausage.
Yeah. Did you not see Evening with Two?
Yeah, I'm sure I saw it a long time ago. Okay. I don't know, half of those questions I always tune out because they're always fucking stupid. I don't, like when I've seen him live and people ask questions, half the time I'm like, just like grimacing inside. I'm like, oh God. Couldn't have thought of a better question than that.
True. I mean, some of the questions are dumb, but his answers to them are always great. I love his Q&A.
Yeah, well, I do too. But at the last one I was at, I could see the seams a little. Like everybody asked the same fucking questions. Of course, he's got the same answer. Like they're so well practiced and rehearsed. It wasn't like spontaneous. It didn't feel spontaneous at all. It was like
he was.
He did an awesome job and it was super entertaining. But this was the first time that I could.
Disc off the shelf, putting it in like a fucking
robot.
Yep,
exactly, because everybody in every city asked the same fucking questions.
Yeah, so he's got pre-programmed bits. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
but it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was. It was just the first time that I had seen it and been like, oh shit, he doesn't really have to like come up with new shit every time. Like I'm like, how does he fucking answer all these questions and talk for 4 hours? And
was that on the Evening with tour or what? Or no, not the
Which
Evening
one?
with. I mean, the last time you saw him, was that the time what was the fucking animated movie? Super Groovy Cartoon
Groovy Movie? No,
yeah.
I saw him this year. I saw him this year at
that's
Helium.
right. Yeah. That was April, right? Like April 25th?
Yeah, and that was super intimate. It's only like a 200-seat comedy club. It's a really nice club here.
Well, if you like listen to the shit from the Groovy Movie Tour on Jay and Bob Get Old, a lot of people were bitching about that because it was the same questions.
It's the same questions, yeah.
And he would like let slip new shit though, because in there he said when they went to do Clerks 3, he was wanting to do some animated shorts or something to lead up to it. I don't know if that's still the plan, but that's what he said.
Oh yeah, I mean he'll toss out new stuff if he's got it, but I'm saying he doesn't have to. He's got he's got a fucking arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, he's got a rocket for all occasions.
It's just like people would give me shit because I would listen to all those episodes. And it's like, well, bitch, you're missing out because I know this shit and now nobody believes me because I didn't like write down the episode numbers.
Yeah, he will throw out some shit once in a while.
Yeah. But, again, at Steve Boost, his question is, teeth for pubes or pubes for teeth?
Whoa. Whoa.
Am I right?
Whoa. Teeth for... Oh, fuck. I'm going to go pubes for teeth.
Yes.
Because I could just shave them and get dentures.
Yes, and also, I don't want fucking...
Yeah, I don't want to be chewing on box when I'm fucking somebody.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, what happens if you're having a bad dream and you fucking clench your teeth? Bye-bye, Mr. Happy.
Yeah,
you know,
maybe. Yeah.
I don't want something I can't control. I mean, you can control your teeth, obviously, but...
I just don't want my wife to have bite marks all over her.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. That's a scary visual, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ugh.
That's a fucking disturbing question.
I know. That's what I told him. So, yeah, we'd both go with pubes for teeth. Moving on. Oh, goddamn.
Is it my turn or your turn?
Your turn.
J10.
Okay, hang on. I gotta find it. J10 is a miss.
I think you're fucking cheating.
I think you are too, asshole. Let's try this. H6.
Miss.
Fuck! Okay, we've got a question here from... Wait, what was it I said? H6?
Yeah.
Okay. This is from @Dan Gents.
Yeah.
Yeah. He realized after he sent it that we sort of talked about this before in the episode where we did all Marvel, but I think there's...
Well, we would never dream of repeating ourselves.
Oh, fuck no. But there's still some nuggets in here that are useful. That's what I told him. And it's like, no, yeah, we did cover mostly, but there's useful shit in here. He said, have you guys watched the Marvel shows on Netflix, and what do you think? Well, you've watched both seasons of Daredevil and Jessica Jones. You loved them both.
Yep. not seen any Luke Cage yet.
Okay.
So sadly, I can't offer anything new to that.
He says, one thing I wish they'd change about the Netflix Marvel shows is the long intro. I dig the funky music in Luke Cage, but all three have super long intros at the beginning of every episode. Most people watch more than one in a row. I say do a long one in the first, and then shorten it up as they progress. Thoughts?
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, I saw that Luke Cage intro, and it's like 2 fucking minutes, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
this is cool.
They are really cool, but he's right. Like, the more you watch them, it's like, fuck, okay, I got it. Okay, if I want to, yeah. I've seen it fucking 5 times already.
Yeah.
And Netflix it depends on your Netflix client. Sometimes Netflix does skip the intros.
Oh, really?
Maybe they don't do it on their own shows, but I know that I've seen some before, or maybe they're the newer versions of the apps.
Yeah.
Don't do it, but for a while they were doing it. They would skip, like if you let it just roll into the next episode.
Yeah.
Because after one ends that you're watching, it'll say up next, and it'll be the next episode in the series.
Yeah,
and it'll give you like a 5-second countdown, and then it'll start automatically.
Yeah, doesn't it do like 3 episodes and it stops to make sure like you're still awake or something?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
That's what I thought.
But for a while it was doing. It would roll into the next one, and then it would just go right into it. It would skip it. It would be like the last 2 seconds of the intro.
Ah.
And it would just go right into the episode. But
yeah.
But now that you mention it, I haven't noticed it do that in a long time.
Yeah.
But that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even like with Smallville, I like the Smallville theme song. I like the intro, but when I would marathon watch Smallville and watch like a disc at a time, 4 episodes, I'm fucking skipping it on the second one. So yeah.
Yeah.
Show it in length, the full length of it on the first episode and the last episode. You don't have to do it like that on the middle.
Yeah, the only one I don't really ever skip like that is Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's such a fucking awesome, cool looking intro.
I have no clue.
And plus we don't usually marathon that one.
Yeah.
Usually we can only get through like 2 at a time. It's not like I can sit and watch hours. And well, to be honest, we don't fucking marathon anything anymore.
Yeah.
But we used to. I miss being able to do that.
Yeah, I don't really do that as much anymore either. So, yeah, I mean, it sounds like we both agree with him. They should shorten that for the middle episodes.
Yeah, like maybe the first episode has the full
intro,
fucking uncut intro, and then the rest of them are a little bit shorter.
I say do it for the first one and the last one.
Yeah, right.
Of the quotes season. So yeah, see, I told him there's something in there. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's a good question.
Yeah. Not that the other ones haven't been.
No. A7.
Oh, shit! Finally, the first hit!
Bam!
Oh, wait, let me move that real quick.
I caught you off guard. You didn't have time to relocate before I...
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna go with F10.
F10?
Yeah.
Miss.
Fuck!
A6.
A6. Okay, hang on. I'm moving it. Where the fuck did the other question... Okay. This again from @CornyJenkins. Any book and or movie that you reluctantly read or watched because it wasn't something you'd normally be into, but ended up far exceeding your expectations. And that was A6, right?
Yeah.
Hit. B7.
Miss.
Miss?
Yep.
Fuck.
Miss.
Okay.
Let's see. A movie or a book that far exceeded my expectations.
That you reluctantly read or watched because it wasn't something you normally be into. This is another one of those that I've fucking struggled with hardcore. We've gotten a lot of good questions this time because I was like, oh fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my shelf of books right now trying to see if I can find one.
Damn, I can't think of one.
Yeah.
I wish I could say Scooby Apocalypse, but...
Yeah. I've got one.
Okay.
I've talked about these a lot on Twitter. They're zombie novels called Day by Day Armageddon by, the dude's name is J.L. Bourne, I think. It's like a zombie diary. This dude was in the military, and I don't know if he's like on leave or something like that or whatever, or if he's just got his release, but it starts in Texas. He's like in his house, and then all of a sudden shit starts going down and the zombies attack. The thing about zombie novels for me, for the most part, I can't stand them. They're just fucking horrible.
Yeah.
These are the only... I've read the first 2. I think there's 4 of them now, and there's a short story. Which I think I've told you we should read these for book club.
Okay.
But they are so great. They're gripping. They're interesting. I finished the first one, and I had the second one. I immediately started it. It was just goddamn amazing, because most zombie novels suck ass. There's a Star Wars zombie novel called Red Harvest.
Yeah.
It's set during the Old Republic era. Old Republic era, Star Wars, and zombies. I don't know how I could fucking not like this. I can't stand it. It's one of the worst Star Wars novels I've read, up there with Shatterpoint. So I've got a bad history with zombie books. Like this fucking short story collection that I've got that has that H.P. Lovecraft story in it, Reanimator. Most of those are dog shit. There's something about prose with zombies that there's a disconnect. I can't get into it. I love zombie movies. I've watched a shit ton of shitty zombie movies. I can find something in them I like. Most zombie novels, I can't. The only other zombie thing other than a movie that I've really gotten into was the Walking Dead comic. That is golden. So yeah, that's my answer. Have you figured something out yet?
Yeah, I did, and it's probably going to shock you, but I'm going to shoot at you again real quick.
Okay.
A5.
Miss!
I knew I should have went the other direction.
H1.
Miss.
Fucking bitch. Okay, what's your answer?
Harry Potter.
Oh, really?
Yep. When the 7th Harry Potter book came out,
yeah.
By that point, Molly had read them all or whatever and was telling me how great they were and all this. And I'm like, oh, fuck that shit. It sounds fucking dumb. It sounds like a kid's book. It sounded like a kid's book to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded like it was made for young adults, which I guess technically it was.
Well, not really, but yeah.
Anyway, when the 7th book came out, it was right before I think we found out we were having a kid.
Yeah.
And some of the older people, like everybody at my work is older than I am.
Yeah.
I guess they all had kids, and their kids were reading it, so they had been reading it, and they were saying how good they were, and they were all excited for the 7th book to come out too.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, fuck, I guess if like these people are reading it, then they must be fucking good. Like they were acting like, you know,
it was the second
they were
coming.
reading it in one sitting and shit. Yeah. And then I was like, well, I'm going to have a kid, so maybe I should read these to know what the fuck this is about, because this is apparently going to be a thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like this probably isn't something that's going to go away. Like this is probably a modern kids classic, or kids will read this forever, you know?
Yep.
So I got the first book and read it, like burned right through it. And I was like, oh my God, that was really fucking good.
Yeah.
Really fun. And it was light and it was fun. And there was like a sense of wonder.
I was going to say, it might sound hokey to say it, but it was magical.
It kind of was. Yeah. It made me feel like a kid reading a book, you know?
Yeah.
So then I ended up, I don't know, within 6 months, I had read all of them and then was on to the 7th one, you know, only a few months after it had been out.
Yeah.
But then the movies are kind of bleh. They're all right, but the books were.
I like the first
really...
two and the last one, the 7th one, because they butchered them.
Yeah, I guess even the first Harry Potter, I liked it. It was cute, and the kids were little and cute, and it kind of reminded me of The Worst Witch.
Okay.
The mood of it, the feel of it.
Yeah.
It was an old Canadian kids Halloween special, and it had Fairuza Balk in it and Martha Ray.
Never heard of it.
Not Martha Ray. Not Martha. Charlotte Ray.
Okay.
And Tim Curry's in it.
Oh, cool.
And it's about a witch's academy.
Okay.
And Fairuza Balk is the worst witch. She's kind of a fuck up, but she ends up saving the school in the end.
Okay.
But it reminded me of that. The movie did.
Yeah, see, I got into the books after, the second movie, because I think the second movie came out in 2002, and I saw the trailer for it when we went to
and it was probably the movies that put me off of it more than anything. When I saw them, I was like, oh my God, these are fucking tiny little children.
Yeah.
You know, these books cannot possibly be for me.
Yeah. I think it was, the second one came out in 2002, and that's the year we went to see the first Scooby-Doo movie, and I saw the trailer when we were in the theater for that. And I'd read, I think it was the first 3 books before that in school, just as a fuck you to one of my teachers who bet me I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the trailer and I was like, holy shit, this looks good. So we got the first 2 movies and I watched them, and I still say the second movie is one of the best, which is kind of funny because I think the second book is probably the weakest. But yeah, and then after that I was obsessed, and the third book is my favorite of the series.
Is that one Goblet of Fire?
The third one, no, Prisoner of Azkaban.
Prisoner of Azkaban, yeah.
And then when the movie came out for that, I was like, oh, because that's probably, in my opinion, the worst of the movies, the third one. I know a lot of people say it's one of the best, but I don't see it. Because I hated how they changed the castle around.
They changed the what?
The castle.
Oh.
Because in the third movie, all of a sudden, shit wasn't where it was supposed to be. And I should admit, this comes from me playing the games. Because the games were like open world games, and I've said many times before, I'm a whore for an open world game. And I'd spent so much time playing the first 2 games, I knew where shit was. From the third one on, I could never find anything in those games. So that kind of pissed me off too. And
oh, here's another answer. Minecraft.
oh yeah, that blocky 8-bit shit or whatever it is.
Yep. I reluctantly started playing that last year.
Yeah, well, that's not a book or movie, but I'll give it to you.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. I thought it was, okay, just a book.
No, it doesn't
movie.
matter.
Okay.
I'm just fucking with you. But yeah, I know your kids like got into that hardcore, didn't they?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I don't fucking play goddamn Minecraft. And then we got it, and I started playing it, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking amazing.
And you got to the point where you're like, will you fuck off? Daddy's trying to play Minecraft.
Yeah, don't start in my fucking world. Get in your own goddamn world. Quit fucking up my buildings. You're fucking up my mine. He gets in there and he'll fucking just dig random holes everywhere. And it's like, fucking stop. I have a system. Why are there potholes all over my fucking corridors?
So yeah, what was my answer again? You said Harry Potter and Minecraft. I said something.
Yeah, you said, the fuck did you say?
It wasn't that long ago, dude. And we can't fucking figure it out. Oh, God.
Holy shit.
It's like...
Oh, well.
It's like Carlin says, something like that, or Carlin said, something like that happens and just 2 words flash through your mind. Alzheimer's disease.
Alzheimer's disease. Yeah.
I have no clue what I said, though. I did say something, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shit.
Oh! Day by Day Armageddon, that's what I said.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Woo! Stave that off for another day.
Damn. You could tell I was busy trying to think of mine.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't want to answer that because I don't have an answer for it. It's another question from @MadeForMischief, and I'm trying to put it off until, I guess, next time we do it because I don't have an answer. It's too good a question.
Okay.
Take a shot.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, I think so.
A8.
That's a hit. You know that. I2.
Miss.
Fucking bitch. Okay, this is again from @SteveBoost.
Okay.
After I gave him a little shit for his teeth pube question.
Would you want a dick for a nose or a nose for a dick?
No, he says, okay, another normal one. What figure/statue would you want that is either too expensive or they don't make?
I would like any 12-back carded original Star Wars figure.
I knew you were going to go with something Star Wars. Yeah.
Yep. Preferably like Luke, Obi-Wan, Vader, or C-3PO.
Good choices.
12-back. I don't want none of that fucking Empire repackaged shit. I want the real ones.
Oh, shit.
Or a Jawa with a vinyl cape.
A Jawa?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I thought you said Jabba with a vinyl cape. It's like, when did Jabba have a cape?
No, that's Zero. Zero had a cape.
Well, don't I know it?
Yeah. We didn't see it, but I'm sure he had one. I'm sure he had several. I'm sure he had a ball gag and a fucking...
Whips and chains and swings and...
He had a ball gag shaped like a frog.
What I would really like, and I'm gonna go fucking predictable just like you did. I would like a fucking Scooby bust of some kind. Just like a bust of Scooby's head or Shaggy's head or the whole gang. I think that would be pretty cool. Because I don't know if they make those.
I don't think I've ever seen one. They're about to make a bunch of Scooby Pops, though.
Yeah, I know, and I hate Pops, but I want them.
Yeah, I don't like Pops either, really, but I saw those and I was like, oh, those are kind of cool.
They've got their other line, Dorbs. They've got the complete set of the gang with those and a Mystery Machine. And I was like, oh, I want. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would.
I can't stop thinking about 12-back Star Wars figures now.
Yeah.
Those actually make my dick a little hard.
I didn't need to know that.
You know, that vinyl smell when like a Vader or a Obi-Wan was new out of the package.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, calm down.
I can still smell it.
Yeah.
I remember we got a new shower curtain once when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I remember smelling it, thinking it smelled like Obi-Wan's cape.
So you're fucking sitting in the bathroom like, Mommy, my pants are tingly.
I'm huffing a shower curtain.
You're like fucking 7 years old and they're like, you know, he's spending a lot of time in the shower.
No, it's not that. I'm just smelling this vinyl.
Oh,
A9.
A9. That's a hit. Another is like one of those. I would like one of those Bruce Timm Superman busts or something too. That would be cool.
Oh yeah.
A lot of I would like busts more than like statues or figures. I really dig the busts because for some reason those really tickle my fancy. I don't know why.
Yeah, you can put them on your piano.
Yeah, that I don't have. E3.
Miss.
Fuck. You don't have shit on the board, you lying sack of shit.
A10.
A10. You sunk my battleship.
I sunk your aircraft carrier.
Yes, you did, you little whore.
Air superiority is mine.
G8.
Uh-oh.
Did I hit you?
That's a hit.
Yeah, bitch.
That's all the time we have for this week. on,
Bullshit. Let's see. I can pose this question to you because I don't have an answer to it at all, dude.
Okay, well, put me on the spot then, by all means.
What's one voice Doom would love to be able to do perfectly? I have no fucking clue. What's a voice you would like me to do perfectly is how I'll pose it to you. If there is one, I mean,
I can't even think of one, really.
Because it's like, I don't think I do them perfectly, but the voices I do, I think I do them well enough that, I'm happy with them.
Yeah.
Part of me was like, I would love to be able to do a perfect Shaggy or Scooby because even though people say I do them well, I'm not 100% happy with those, but it's like, they're good enough. Did you make your next call yet?
Man.
Take your next shot.
I don't know. Let's go E3.
That's a miss.
And we're back to this now, aren't we?
Yes. F8.
F8?
Yeah.
Miss.
Fuck. Well, I know it don't go that way.
D6.
Shit. That's a hit. G7.
Hit.
Yeah, motherfucker.
E6.
E6.
Yes.
Miss.
Shit.
G6.
Hit.
Yeah.
Notice how we're getting all fucking serious all of a sudden.
I know. It's like, fuck questions.
D5. D5.
D5. That's a hit.
All right, now we're talking.
Yeah. G... What is that? 5.
Hit.
Yeah. Ooh, is this your big one? Your aircraft carrier?
It is.
Yeah, bitch.
D4.
D4, that's a hit. So now I can say you sunk that one.
All right.
Okay, G9.
G9.
Is a hit.
Hit.
Yes! Do we have any answer to her question? Because I don't know. It's like...
Man, I don't know.
I mean, maybe I could say like something like Peter Griffin or something. Cause,
yeah.
I mean, if I listen to Family Guy a lot, I can do what I think is a decent Peter. But I haven't really ever recorded it with the new mic to see how it sounds.
Okay.
So I don't know. Whose turn is it?
I think it's mine because you just sank my ship.
Okay. Well, you sank mine right before it, so.
Right.
So
well, I think that was the last move.
Yeah.
Was sinking
Yeah, it was.
carrier. H3.
Miss. But yeah, do you have a voice you'd like to hear me do or something? Or yeah, let's just turn it to that. Is there a voice you'd like to hear me attempt?
God.
Because fuck, we can just turn this into a request line and I can do voices for a minute. C8.
Miss.
Fuck. Again, that question's from
not
Made
really.
for Mischief. I don't know if I said that. That's all the questions we have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's why I was trying to turn it into something else, because we've still got a lot of game to go, and we've been going for hour and 45.
Yeah.
So we do need to start wrapping up, but I want more questions, and I want to keep playing.
We can just shut the lids on these games until next time.
Yeah.
Just leave them set up.
Yeah, and play again in 17.
Yeah.
That's a good cliffhanger, isn't it? They gotta wait 2 weeks to fucking hear what happens next.
Yep, it's 2-1 in favor of me. What's gonna happen next?
Yeah, well, we can keep playing for a couple minutes.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, at Spider Scooby sent us a question. He asked us, he listened to 13 and said, so you talked about aliens, do you guys believe in ghosts? We kind of covered that in 15, didn't we? I'm pretty sure we completely covered it in 15.
Yeah, we did.
So yeah, we've got no more listener questions. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
You know, the one question where it was like, what's something you would like to see remade? I can give another answer for this.
Okay.
What I would like to see, I know sci-fi's doing something like it, but it sounds like horse shit. And I think this is on our list for book club too. There was a novel by Kevin J. Anderson that came out a few years ago called The Last Days of Krypton. I don't know.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love this book so much. I would love to see it done as, you know, like a mini-series on HBO or something, or AMC. Somewhere that would do it right. Because it's Jor-El and Laura meeting. They have Clark, Cal, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Mm-hmm. And the book ends...
So they were MEAT meeting.
Yeah. It shows their meeting, their courtship.
Insertion?
No, it doesn't show that, but it's talked about. No.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's got Brainiac taking Kandor, and I think the book ends with them sending Kal-El to Earth.
Okay.
Because, I mean, how else is it going to end?
Naturally.
It's the last days of Krypton.
How else is it going to end?
But yeah, you meet Jor-El's parents and shit. Like, his dad has basically Alzheimer's, because they've called it the forgetting disease or something like that. And his dad was a great scientist like he is. And it's a real great look at those last few days. And it's like, if you want to talk about Superman continuity, that is my version of what happened to Krypton, because it's just solid. I've got the hardcover, I've got the softcover, and I've got the audiobook. That's how much I love it.
Okay.
So yeah, whose turn is it to take a shot? We can take a couple more shots.
Let's see.
And if you've got a voice for me, tell me, and I'll do it real quick. And then we can get into...
J3.
We can get into fuck this shit.
Okay. J3.
That's a hit. Fuck, I should have shut up.
Mm-hmm.
I4.
Hit.
Yeah, motherfucker.
J2.
Hit. J4.
Miss.
Fuck.
J4.
Hey, you just stole mine. That's a hit. You hit my other 3-holer. H4.
Miss.
Fuck. Well, now I know where you're at.
Yep. Voice.
I hope this is as interesting for them to listen to as it is for me to play. Or for us to play.
Oh, god damn. I can't think of a voice that I would want you to do. SpongeBob.
No.
Squidward?
Still no. I don't like SpongeBob.
Aw.
Hey, SpongeBob has replaced too much Scooby shit for me to like it. They replaced the fucking Scooby ice creams with that bullshit. They replaced the Scooby Go-Gurts with that bullshit. They replaced the fucking Scooby soups with that bullshit. Not only that, they quit playing like Rugrats and replaced it with that horse shit. So fuck SpongeBob.
SpongeBob's pretty good.
Fuck SpongeBob. Not even fucking
Lord.
Clancy Brown can save that bullshit for me.
F9.
F you. F9. That's a miss. So I3. Hit. Okay. I wouldn't even know how SpongeBob sounds at this point anyway. I just know that fucking annoying laugh like, eh, or something like that.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
It'll probably sound like shit on the recording though.
That's okay. H7.
H7 is a miss.
Alright, sink this bitch and we'll move on to fuck this shit.
I5.
Hit.
Is that a sink?
Sunk.
Okay.
That's a sink.
Alright, so we'll put a pin in that for this time. I had to set up both of our games, so just in case, but fuck.
Well, apparently we suck.
That was pretty fun, though.
Yeah.
And people, if you want to send in any more questions, do it, because we're all tapped out at this point.
Yeah.
I didn't think we'd get to them all, because last time we only recorded for an hour, and we didn't get through that many, you know?
These went pretty quick.
Yeah. It was fun, too.
Yeah.
So yeah, you ready for fuck this shit, then?
I think so. I think we both have the same fuck this shit this week.
Oh, okay. Then we can just do one long fuck this shit like we did last time with Mackle Cunt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well...
This is a cunt of a different color.
Oh, okay, no, that's not what mine is, but okay.
Fuck this shit.
Okay, so who's going first this time, you or me?
I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh!
Oh.
Do you think you can bring that much heat?
I think so.
Yes, I like it. So, my fuck this shit this week is Jesus Christ. I hate that every fucking day, on Twitter, on the news, no matter where you look, every fucking day is national or international or whatever the fuck, global something day. Fucking, today, how are you celebrating National Hamburger Day? How are you celebrating National Podcast Day? How are you celebrating National Pizza Day? And it's like, fuck off, would you? I mean, even when it's shit like I love, which is hamburgers, podcasts, and pizza, I'm like, fuck you! Fuck you, you piece of shit! Oh my god. Fucking National Dog Walking Day, National Pick Up Your Dog Shit Day. Fuck off, okay? Not every day needs to be national or international or global, whatever the fuck day. I don't see the fucking point. I don't like it. It's stupid. Cut it out. Why do we have to do this? Why? Just tell me why. Somebody come up with a good fucking reason. Give me a good excuse why we have to do this. Every day doesn't need to be a celebration, because if every day's a fucking celebration, then nothing's special anymore, you cocksuckers. Ugh. Fuck this shit. That's mine.
My fuck this shit this week, and I wish I remembered the screen name of this fucking asshole, but my fuck this shit this week is internet trolls and grammar police.
Okay. Now what brought this on?
Last night, or yesterday, I made you an author on our WordPress site.
Yeah.
And you posted your very first blog post about Axl Rose being part of AC/DC.
Maybe permanently. And stupid me forgot to turn off comments on stuff. And after, I don't know, how long's it been? A month since we've had that site going? Yep.
And we've had hundreds of views.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So last night, very first comment gets left on any of our shit.
Yeah.
And it was some fucking stupid bitch who wrote, and I quote, "First off, learn how to spell the name of the person you're writing about. It's Axl Rose, A-X-L. Because you spelt it A-X-E-L.
Which, why would I do something stupid like that? Oh, yeah, because that's how you spell Axel, isn't it?
Well, yeah. That's not how he spells Axl.
I don't
That's
give
how
a
the
fuck
actual
how he
word
spells
Axl is spelled.
Sorry, I don't mean to step on your toes. Go ahead.
And she blew us up on Twitter.
Yes.
And sent our link to a fucking AC/DC news site making fun of how you spelled.
That's some.
Yeah, it was.
No, she didn't send it. That I don't want to defend this cunt, but she didn't send it. It's one of those bots that kind of collects news and tweets it out.
Oh, okay. So it just looked like she mentioned them in this tweet, but it came from
she replied.
them.
She replied to their tweet. That's how she found it.
Oh, okay.
I should have let you go and let you get some anger built up, but
well, I got plenty of anger.
Go ahead, go drop it.
First of all, who the fuck are you to fucking leave comments like that on somebody's site? I can understand if it was something that was genuinely like criticizable. Or she didn't even say anything about the fucking what you said, like your opinion. She didn't even comment on your opinion that you put out. All it was you fucking misspelled his name.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know that wasn't autocorrect that fixed it for you?
Yeah.
How do you know? How would you even know that the person purposely spelt it that way?
Yeah.
I mean, haven't you ever heard of autocorrect? If you type in AXL, it fucking fixes it to Axl spelt the right way.
Yeah.
He's the one that's fucking spelling it the wrong way, and it's not even his real fucking name. It's a made-up name, and it's not even his name.
I almost replied to that bitch and was like, okay, tell Bill I said sorry.
Yeah. Tell fucking Bill Bailey. Bill Bailey sounds like a fucking made-up name.
That sounds like a porn name.
Yeah. But Axl Rose isn't even his real name, so she's defending a guy who chose to spell his name a cool way and not the way that the actual word is spelled.
Yeah.
And not even defend, but like, I don't know, just stir shit. And I fucking can't stand it.
I'm 100% with you. I guess the reason I didn't get so hot about it is because I see it all the time. Like Ross's site, I put up an article or a review, and I did the same thing I did in episode 13. You'll notice at the end of my description that I wrote for episode 13, I have that little asterisk explaining that I said the name wrong.
Oh, because you misspoke the name.
I always do it with that dude from SDMI. I don't know why. Well, I put up a post on Ross's site, and I did it again. I think I called him Jason Priestley, and that's like a country music singer or some bullshit.
No, Jason Priestley is from Beverly Hills 90210.
Okay, that's what I don't fucking know. Well, that's what I called the dude. The dude, the character's name is Jason Wyatt. That's the scientist I was talking about in my pitch for Scooby Apocalypse. Mm-hmm. But this cocksucker, and he's a real cocksucker on Twitter too. I know because I've talked to people. I'm not telling his at because fuck him. I'm not giving him the satisfaction of having his name said here. But he's been real shitty with a couple of people that I'm really close with on Twitter that are Scooby fans. Like, the chick that runs ScoobySnacks.com, he was real fucking shitty with her. And he's been shitty with the chick that runs Scooby Addicts, too. But anyway, he commented on my post, and I think he did say, "Oh, you mean Jason Priestley, the actor?" And I was like, fuck off, you goddamn cunt.
Yeah, haven't you got nothing fucking better to do in your sad, pathetic life?
Yeah, than to fucking correct somebody else because they remembered something wrong or they couldn't remember it the right way. Fuck off.
Yeah, or they just typed it wrong. Who gives a shit? Fucking these grammar Nazi people. I mean, I do it sometimes. Like, I enjoy doing it when it's a fucking dickhead that is saying something and they say you are instead of your or vice versa. I enjoy fucking pointing that out because it proves what a fucking moron they are. But not to somebody who's just trying to make a point or say something and happens to use the wrong grammar or fucking spells a word wrong or anything else. Fuck right off.
In a way, I can understand it because it's like OCD. But just say it to your fucking self. Why do you gotta run to the internet and be a fucking dickhead? Not even be like, hey, other than this, it was a good article. And even if she said it like that, I would have been fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Been like...
Right. Or if she even commented on anything other than the fucking misspelling of his name.
But even if she would have been like, well, I think you're wrong. I think Axl does a great job, and he should be the new lead singer. Whatever the fuck. But just to be like, hey, asshole, you fucked up, and fuck off, you can suck the underside of my fucking nuts.
Yeah, show me your fucking website, you stupid cunt.
Let me see what you've done with your life other than be a fucking piece of shit on the internet.
Yeah, other than to fucking correct people and stir shit.
Fucking crawl back into your cave, you harpy cunt. Last night, I saw you Unleashed, and it's like, god damn, I wish we were recording tonight.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have quite as much fire left over as I thought.
No, it wasn't bad.
I don't pace myself. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Like I go from 0 to cunt in like 4 seconds, and then I'm done. Like I got nothing. I've had no.
You're like a bottle rocket. You're pop, and it's done.
Yep, that's what my wife says too.
I don't know if you meant that the way I took it, but that was funny. But yeah, I'm a slow burning inferno, as we've seen for like 5-6 episodes now, 7 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this shit, it's just like, okay, I can understand it. I've got a lot of fucking OCD shit too. Like I've got 2 books that I only read this year that I've had for 12 years. I had them on a shelf, didn't read them because I didn't have the 3rd one. That's how fucking OCD I am.
She ain't got OCD. She's just
I know.
OC
I'm saying
bitch. You can have OCD and not be a bitch about it.
I'm just saying I can understand
not be a snarky, snide.
I can understand if it was OCD, but just say it to yourself. You don't got to be a cocksucker on the internet. But yeah, I've dealt with this shit for years, so it didn't fucking piss me off as much as it did you. But yeah.
Right, and it's like people that purposely search these things out just to say hateful shit or stupid shit. You know, it's like, you know what? That kind of ruined my night a little bit.
Yeah, I could see, and I was like, fuck. I kind of wish I'd have kept my trap shut.
No, I mean, I would have seen it eventually, but it was just kind of like, well, that's fucked up. Like the one comment we get on the fucking site, and it's something shitty.
Which that bugs me too. It's like we've gotten one comment on the pod feed. We got that from at the Mr. BS show, and thanks for that, by the way. But fuck, you don't get comments anymore unless it's some fucking asshole being shitty. And I'm not talking about JTF. Yeah,
his shittiness is understandable because he's a fucking asshole. But yeah, nobody takes the time to say anything fucking constructive or, you know what I'm saying? It's only the assholes that take the time to, probably because they are the only ones lonely and pathetic enough to have time to do it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, my life sucks. Let me see if I can make somebody else's day shitty too.
No shit. I kind of go on this on my site when I end every post. It's like, the world sucks enough. Why don't you try to do something to make it a little bit better, you know? Don't be so shitty all the time. Maybe we could improve a little bit of something around here. So yeah, there's that. Real quick, I'll do a couple thank yous and we can get the hell out of here, okay?
Alrighty.
As always, thanks go to @theJSarge, the music man himself, keeper of fucking remedialm-theory.bandcamp.com, and then listen to his podcast, jeffknowsnothing.blogspot.com. And then @Sherry Says, youtube.com/Sherry Archinoff, and follow her on Instagram, instagram.com/Sherry Says. It's @Sherry Says, end it with a Z. And then our shit, please go to our YouTube channel and please subscribe to it. There's a lot of fucking cool content there that you're all missing out on. Just search Nerd Blitz on Twitter. We're on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. We're members of the High Altitude Podcast Network, and you can find everything that we do at nerdblitz.com. I'm at the Scooby Doom. You are
at Fitzman73.
And follow all this nonsense at Nerd Blitz Pod, okay? And don't forget to buy the camping trip. We meant to whore that last week because it was our Halloween episode, but we forgot to, so oops.
Oopsie.
All right.
Bye.
Come back next time. Our sanity depends on it. Nyuk, nyuk.
Wait, was that Jabberjaw?
I mixed fucking Funky Phantom and Jabberjaw.
The fuck was going on there?
The voices in my head were conflicting. They were fighting to get out.
It's Funky Jaw.
Oh, or Jabber Phantom, whatever. Come back next time. Our sanity depends on it.
Better.
This has been a feature of JJ2E Media and TSDJA Productions.